Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's me Antonio. Video today. Walking on one of the bridges over the interstate. Just got back from Publix doing a little bit of shopping. Trying to figure this whole vegan thing out. But yeah, quite an experience, I was up in there a little bit after lunchtime. So, there's, medium-sized crowd. So I wanted to give a little bit of more advice on added value, reciprocation. Some advice for men. Men should go out shopping, man. You should go out and shop for yourself. It's good to learn how to cook your own food. It'll help you stay healthy in the long run. You really can't trust most of the things that you buy out in public now, whether it's so-called home-cooked meal, from restaurants. And the things the restaurant codes for a reason. They sometimes don't keep the place up. Or whatever the case may be, you want to slide through fast food. Sometimes you want to detox your body, learn how to cook your own foods at least. At least you know what goes in it as far as the herbs and the vegetables and different things that you use in the kitchen. But yeah, man, go if you want to meet women, man. You gotta go out. And see, this is the thing. Men don't traditionally go out to spend money like that. Men don't go out to go grocery shopping and things like this. They don't spend an hour out at damn Costco or a half hour at Publix or Walmart. Men go in, they get their stuff, they get out. So, when it comes to places and things like that you can go to, like, meet different people, man, that's the type of, and then that's what you want. You want a lady that knows how to cook. Then where are you going to find women like that? That's out doing shopping. These are the type of women that cook, and they feed themselves, or they feed their families and things like that. So you're not gonna find these women in clubs or, out in public doing the most of things like that. These are busy, active women. They have a certain class or a certain art about themselves. Cooking is a form of art. Again, there's a reason why the witch always was shown with her big witch cauldron, the big black cauldron. She was always cooking something, brewing some sort of potion. She was always cooking. So that is, another form of black girl magic. But that's just a part of being human. I've always been able to cook my own breakfast, my own lunch, my own dinner and things like that ever since I was younger. So these are more tools, more survival tools and things like that. But again, more places that you can go to find, those certain qualities that you want in people. You can check people out, man. Check people out in the season now. See what type of seasoning they're using, so you can check out their style and things like that, man. I had women do it to me all the time. I just had a woman stare me down, what people would classify as a straight 10 dime, just stared me down in the dang aisle. Then I ended up being in the same checkout as her. Had to stand behind her for 10 minutes. And she kept wondering why I was not, checking her out, or why I wasn't looking at her or looking her up and down and all this. Like, every dude in the store was eye-raping this chick. She looked like she just came off the stripper pole, so that's what I'm gonna say. She came out of the house in, a cheetah cape, bodysuit cape. She brought, a lot of vegetables and, some type of tea shots. But lo and behold, when it was time to pay, she pulled out that food stamp card, though. I ain't gonna judge her. We are going through hard times, but you would think that these women, as beautiful that they are and how magnificent they try to make themselves look, again, you strip all that stuff down to a bare naked woman with no makeup, no lashes, and no weave and all this fancy stuff they want to wave in your face. They're just children of God, just like everybody else. We'll put it that way, name call it. But yeah. And then after a while, she noticed I wasn't really trying to get at her, nothing like that. She started she went from a grown woman to a baby. You know how they start standing in those weird ways, trying to get your attention after they can. She almost felt embarrassed, and then she just start eyeing me down. I'm standing there with my iPhone, and it's I don't give women the satisfaction. I don't give women time. I don't have time to be distracted. in this moment in my life with women. I don't have time to play games. That's the problem. Everybody gotta have game. Everybody wanna play games all the time. It's not a game. Man don't have to have game to talk to you. What type of games are you playing? But yeah, she was, she looked good to the eyes, but I'm pretty sure I would not have been attracted to her mentally. She would not have been able to hold the conversation with me at all. That's the thing with women, sometimes, you can't really talk to them. If they do give you the opportunity to talk to them, you can't really talk to them. But yeah, I've been blessed with the opportunity to come into my own in regards to the gift of gab. So, again, working in call centers, I can be the one guy literally with 10 women circled around me, and I'm literally holding a conversation with all 10 of them. And they would ask me my opinions and things like that. Get my advice. We would play little games at work where we get bored. Little music games and movie games and things like that, and they would just make little side comments like, "You just think you know everything, don't you?" And I'd be like, "Yes, I do." But yeah, pretty cool times. I got a lot of experience dealing with the female race. White, black, Asian, Spanish. Disrespect from each one of those classes. They always got a test. It's like a teenage boy testing his father. They always got to try to test him. You always got to put them in their place. But yeah, these are ongoing, things that we notice about, certain people. Certain people have privilege. Pretty girls want to have privilege. How we feel if we strip their privilege away from them, just like men with class and titles and money. How would they feel if we stripped their privilege away from them and made them insecure? Because we know men get most of their insecurity when they have tangibles, and women hold in their security when they are when they're beautiful and they have a certain spirit about themselves. It's not about the beauty. You got to be able to give a man a peace of mind, and it has to be about your beauty and your spirit. People always make that connotation: are you beautiful in the inside, or are you beautiful on the outside? So women have to remember that you have to be beautiful both on the inside and the outside. So she was a very beautiful woman. Again, I would not take my time to talk to her because how women have been I don't want to make a generalization, but the way you guys have been over the past 5 to 10 years with this whole Me Too thing and this whole Corona thing, and now all these different laws that are being passed where she can say this and the police can roll up on you, or even with the police being able to come in your house without a warrant and things like that. A lot of those Karens versus Black Power and all this other types of gender wars that we have, and it's going to create a big divide. So it's like simple things like that. Even before the mask, it was an issue trying to even say hi to a woman in public because I've seen the catcalling videos where a chick walked through New York. That was staged. How you gonna record people doing things like that? Like, people can record you doing the same thing and label it whatever type of experiment they want to label it. But yeah, it's hard to speak to angry, upset women. Sometimes you can't even say good morning or hi to them, and they'll cuss you all out and things like that. It's so funny. We got to remember that they're on their little moon phases and things like that. Some of them is on permanent hiatus. They ready to go playing around in the cat litter sandbox. But like I said, I've seen some people at the park yesterday playing tennis and wall ball with themselves. You want to find athletic people or people that like to live healthy lifestyles, go for a walk in the park. That's the reason we have parks, in order to keep ourselves healthy, to commune with nature, and to meet people. You never know what type of $1 million opportunity you meet out there outside of love relationships. Again, it's not always about love and things like that. I didn't have to get in a relationship with this woman. I could have exchanged business cards with her, and since I know sex sales, we could have done some business together. And it's things like that that women have to keep out of their head. They think that, they can't, not necessarily, I don't want to say sharing, because no one wants to share. And, the issue is, it shouldn't be a problem. It would never be it would never be an issue with sharing, because there will always be enough on the plate for everyone. If, you practice these different things like group economics, using the churches the way they were meant to be used, shifting and moving finances and things like that. Polygamy, where a man would choose multiple mates, but he would be able to support and maintain all those households to generate income and generational wealth and things like that. These are all multiple options, different ways of doing things, new standards, new patterns of behaviors that people are going to be following. Things like leaving the corporate. I said 5 years ago, if you're not able to create your own job in 5 years, that's going to be it for you. And yeah, lo and behold, it's a little over 3 years later, and that foreboding, that foreshadowing has already come into fruition. A lot of people are losing their jobs. People are learning to become online content creators, building online businesses outside of storefronts and things like that. It's good. Moving the culture in different ways. People don't realize it, but we're assimilating more with technology. This is how it all goes down. This is how we become aliens. This is how the robots take over. Like, we're literally leaving storefronts and we're going into opening online businesses. Everybody has a .com. Pretty soon everyone's gonna wanna, they have different 3D technologies and art programs and things right now. People are gonna want to upload their consciousness completely and just live as long as they could and experience life however they're gonna want to explore their lives in these digital apps. They're called apps now. They're gonna come with some fancy programming in the future. Download this into your Neuralink, the little chip that they're gonna install into your brain. Yeah, so it's crazy. A lot of stuff to look forward to. It's like I would imagine how life would look on planet Earth in 2100. Even 2075, right? It's gonna be some interesting new technologies. But yeah, man, that's how you cultivate communities. Men, go out shopping, man. Learn how to cook your own food. Learn how to cook for these dang chicks, I guess. At least it's not really cooking for them. It's cooking for yourself, man. When you learn how to cook for yourself, and it's an emergency situation. You can't get that. That reservation for that one restaurant that you want to go to. You gotta crack open the pot yourself and make it happen. And that's how life is. And yeah, man. Even going to the laundromat, like I've experienced different situations going to laundromats and things like that, where I would see like 60-year-old men. He worked hard his whole life. He walked into the laundromat with his 4 daughters, 1 granddaughter. He don't have to lift a finger. I was like, why did you even come to the dang laundromat? He just walk in, just sit down, and all his daughters just start doing his laundry. And then me, as being an eligible bachelor at 22 years old, it's like, that's like the golden opportunity to soak up game. And a whole bunch of beautiful daughters that I could have dated. Get a lot of knowledge to pass down to me, or how to raise all daughters. All right, man. All daughters and no sons. We out here doing that thing. Bought a little lunch today. I went and bought some baby spinach and some Asiago mac and cheese. You never had no Asiago mac and cheese. Let me stop playing. But yeah, some fruits and stuff like that. Gotta cleanse. Now I just gotta find what beans I want to use. I'm gonna be making some burritos. rice, beans. So yeah, yeah, man. Even places like laundromats and things like that, and you meet women in these places that still hold the art of freaking laundry, man. You wanna get again. You want these type of women that you want to bring up under you and open laundromats for and things like that. Very lucrative businesses. You know, you learn how to meet people in the right places and see, people's skills, see their talents, see what type of things that people spend their time on. They say the most important things to you are the things that you spend your time on the most, regardless of what people say. You don't really hear from people that much. That's because that person is a selfish person. And there's nothing wrong with being selfish. But, some people be wanting you to come outside of that bubble sometimes. Life is strange like that. The more you try to stay to yourself, the more people want you around. And then the more you try to come outside of your bubble, no one wants to be around you no more. It's so funny. It's so confusing sometimes. People can do so much. But yeah, I definitely need to cleanse. I'll probably be heading back to the gym. Had the whole weekend off from the gym. So going to the gym this week. Later tonight, if you're going to the gym, there's gonna be men, there's gonna be women in there. Last time I went to the gym, it seemed like it was more women than it was last time. But then again, I went after dark, after people got off work. So that is the experiment, figuring out who, what, where, when, why, and how. And you execute, whether it's with sales, whether it's with customer service, whether it's physical activity. The female male lady, she's out here doing her job, getting it done. Yeah, but truthfully, honestly, I had to take my gaming console out of my room. So I no longer have a gaming console in my room anymore. That's why I'm really playing video games. I'm actually thinking about getting a new one and setting it up, put an extra hour in my life towards relieving stress. Since it seems like I can't get to sleep at night, maybe if I play an hour of gaming or something, it'll tire my mind out or something. But yeah, man, strange. I used to always be able to, like when I was in school, I used to always be able to get to sleep by like 11 o'clock or something like that. Go to sleep. And it's like as I got older, as an adult, times changed, but it was always simple. I always had like a 9 to 5, so it was like I was always able to get to sleep, somewhere between 11 and 1 o'clock. Usually about 12, if I felt like life was important at that time. And then yeah, it would be no problem to get up at like 8 o'clock, no alarm needed. Like my body was completely trained. It's one of those strange things, or those strange habits that you acquire over time, where you teach your body to go to sleep or wake up at certain times without needing anyone to wake you up or any type of pressure or anything like that. But then again, I don't know, maybe sometimes, I don't know, people need things like that. People need routine. People need that reassurance. Like right now, I can't get no sleep at all. I was up all night again. Went to sleep for a couple hours, if maybe 8 hours. And now I'm about to go ahead and I cracked open my laptop this morning, updating my software on all my devices, and yeah, man, about to go crack open the laptop and get to crunching some numbers and some letters and things like that. Start posting some online memes, make fun of some people, give out some spiritual advice, some spiritual guidance. Maybe be doing some tarot reads this week, of course. And yeah, man, hopefully everybody's safe. Hopefully everybody's having a good day, and hopefully everybody's being peaceful. I'll catch you next time.